Good morning, everybody. It's Rob Chavez, and today I want to talk a little bit about what the pros do to find fix and flip properties here in the DC metro area. So first and foremost, you need to know that this game is played with cash. You can't play this game unless you have access to capital quickly in order to close. The other thing you need to know is that the types of properties that are typically purchased require a certain amount of renovation. They typically have problems. These are properties that you typically walk into and you're like, wow, this is a dog. This is pretty bad. It's not always the case, but it's just the rule of thumb. So with that said, the pros in this area are typically buying properties at 65 to 70% of the after repair value minus the renovations. They need to buy the properties at that price in order to secure the profit for the amount of risk that they're taking in this marketplace. So, how do they find these deals? I mean, that is really, really tough to find a property like that, especially right now when there's so many buyers out there looking for properties and trying to get a good deal. So, number one, they build their network. I mean, they're networking with realtors, state attorneys, divorce attorneys, essentially anybody that can that comes in contact with properties or situations that might lend itself to being able to purchase a property that requires a certain amount of renovation, or where the situation itself just presents itself where somebody needs to sell quickly. Number two, they direct mail to landlords, probate list, 30, 60, 90-day late list. Essentially, they're looking for and mailing specifically to categories of people that might find themselves in a situation where they have to sell. Maybe a landlord's owned the property for 40 years and they just haven't done anything to it, and the tenants have trashed it. And, you know, they've got plenty of equity, they've seen a great return on this property, and they just want to sell it in as-is condition, and the investor who's going to buy it, renovate it, and resell it just gives them an all-cash offer that's agreeable to the landlord. So they mail to those segments of the market. And then number three, they develop microsites and blogs where they're driving AdWords to those blogs and microsites, and they're capturing leads, and then they're converting those leads and putting them into their system, and hopefully those result in deals. So those are three strong strategies that a lot of the top, I should say, a lot of the top investors in this area use in order to find property. Now, if you want more specific information on this, I want to make you aware that every year our investment team runs two boot camps. One typically in the spring and one in the fall, but we got late on the spring one, so we're going to run it in the fall. And what we teach is how to do this specifically in this market. How do you market to these types of people? What do you say? What do the spreadsheets look like? How do you estimate renovations? Literally from beginning to end on how to do this business. And the first part, I should say day one, is all classroom tutorial. It's going to be all theory. We're going to talk about case studies and projects that we've done. And then the second day is going to be spent out in the field, going through a house, determining the renovation. We're going to walk you through a renovation that we're actually doing right now so that you can learn hands-on with a specific case study that we're doing. So we're hosting that in just a couple weeks. We've got, I should say it's less than a couple weeks. On July 23rd and 24th, we're going to be hosting our boot camp. It's going to walk you through all this. And the reason we do it is because we're building our network when we do it. We know that by having additional partners in the business, they can bring us deals, they can get us access to capital. We believe that everybody together, everybody achieves more. So we like to share this information to create partners. Now, there is a cost associated with it. It's $998. So $998 for the weekend. But what we do is that if you do a project with us, if you refer us a deal, if you refer us a buyer, if you refer us a seller, if we do hard money with you, that fee is waived. So there is no cost. Again, we're building our network in this process. So if you're interested in learning more about how we do this specifically in this market, I encourage you to come. Go to our Evite page, which will be at the link below, and we look forward to having you. Or you could always call me if you have more questions about it, 703-587-0995. I look forward to seeing you there. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.